Today, I'm going to update you guys on my Green Anaconda. So this is my Green Anaconda, the heaviest body snake in the world. So she wasn't eating for me for a really long time, since back in November. I started getting a little scared, so I contacted the breeder and I asked them some suggestions because this is my first time owning a Green Anaconda. I'm more familiar with pythons. And he recommended that I downsize the cage and put in something a little bit smaller, which I knew from owning snakes, but he recommended me downsize all the way down to the 8 quart that I have. I have these smaller 8 quarts back here, and feeding it something live, because she was eating frozen thawed quail before. So he recommended I go to the rats again, which I tried rats multiple times with this female, because that's my ultimate goal, is to get this anaconda on rats. And I ended up putting a rat in there, and I scented it with quail scent, and I ended up eating it after not eating for 3 months, almost 2 months, from all the way back in the end of November. So I tried everything possible. You just gotta try everything you can to get your snakes to eat. So yeah, once I noticed, I downgraded the cage. I noticed she was a little bit more comfortable in the smaller tub. For people, we think we want to make the nicest cages for these animals, but sometimes they don't feel the safest in these bigger cages. She was only in a 2x2 animal plastics that I have. It's half of the 4x2. And I downgraded her to this 8 quart. Now she's eating, so I'm gonna continue to keep her in that 8 quart until I figure it's time to upgrade her back up to that animal plastics cage. And right now you can tell she didn't lose much weight when she only ate one time since November, and you could tell she still is a little thick. I tried assist feeding her. I tried everything possible. When we tried assist feeding her, she just spit it out. She wouldn't want to even try to digest it at all. You gotta try everything possible though. So if you do have a trouble feeding snake, it's just gonna take time. You could use certain things. So I use quail juice to scent my rodents for this female. And if you're having trouble feeding snakes, scenting is a big thing. I tried not tuna scenting. I tried tilapia scenting, a rodent for her. The tilapia scenting didn't work. I tried everything possible. So luckily I was able to figure out the quail scent with the live rodent worked best for her. I believe I tried that once before, but she didn't take it. Like a month back, she didn't take that. But you just gotta keep trying and trying. Luckily I have other snakes that will take the rodents that she won't eat, so nothing ever went to waste. But you can tell she's getting some good size on her. Yeah, as you can tell, she's getting some good size on her. So basically you want to just try doing everything you can, but mainly it's time. The snake will eat when it wants to eat. As long as it ate first time as a baby, usually they'll continue to eat. It just gets scary. So I made a list of, I went down my list and said, okay, I fed her frozen thawed. She didn't go for frozen thawed quail. I tried a live rat, scented with quail juice before. She didn't go for that at the time. Um, I tried assist feeding, and she didn't go for the assist feeding. We didn't use we only used, I think, a pinky rat to try assist feeding her with. And we, of course, anytime you try to assist feed, you want to make sure it's a little bit wet so it goes down a little bit easier on them. But yeah, I went down the list and nothing worked out, but all it took was time when she was ready to eat. And actually the downsizing of caging may have helped. Plus, you know, it's getting hot out here in California, so I think the heat here is helping to entice some type of appetite for her. So you just gotta take time, and your snakes will eat when they want to eat, unless they haven't ate for their first feeding. I want to make sure that's out there. Sometimes baby ball pythons have trouble eating in the beginning. Baby snakes, period, will have trouble feeding in the beginning. You need to assist feed them. But yeah, this is one of my favorite snakes in my collection. I would say next to the reticulated python. I'm not sure which one I like better. I'll probably do a head-to-head video on what I think is the better snake or better pet snake. Well, thank you guys. I just want to give you guys an update on what's going on with this girl. I was so excited to see her eat and finally eat a rat and not eat quail. So I'll continue just to feed her live rats, with scented live rats, until I could get her to frozen thawed rats, scented or unscented. But I'll give her whatever she wants for now. Thank you.